That there is none, we'll return to the, oh, okay.
Mayor, I was just trying to be polite and let someone else go first, but Bob Weeks, 2451 Regency Lakes Court in Wichita. This program, I think, if we look under the covers of it, really has some negative consequences that should lead this council to reject this program. First of all, if this program achieves its goals by making newly built homes more attractive, I believe that it devalues existing homes, making them more difficult to sell. This is an especially unfair burden placed on existing homeowners who may want to or need to, in the case of many Boeing employees, sell their houses. And I might add that if the value of my home is reduced by this program, I'm going to appeal and get my property tax assessment reduced as well. And that's going to lead to less property tax revenue, not only to the city, but to other agencies as well. Second of all, there's the well-known cash for clunkers effect. That program, in which the federal government offered incentives to buyers of new cars, is widely recognized as a failure. There were very few new sales. All people did was time their already planned purchases of new cars to fall within the time frame of the government program. It's likely that something similar will happen to this program in Wichita. And related to that is the question as to just how much new activity this program will induce. Often government takes credit for all economic activity that takes place, ignoring the economic activity that was going to take place naturally. In this case, new homes that are going to be built even without this subsidy program. I looked at the data at the WSU Center for Economic Development and Business Research, and it says that in 2011, 462 new homes were started in the city of Wichita. And I would think that as we're told we're coming out of a recession, hopefully that number will even increase. Now, this home program contemplates subsidizing 1,000 homes in a period of 22 months. So that's a rate of 545 homes per year, which is not much more than the present rate of 462 per year, which I think will probably even be higher. But to induce that small level of homes, the city has to give up collecting property taxes on all 1,000 homes, even the ones that would be built anyway. So what we're talking about is possibly inducing a very small amount of additional activity over what would happen naturally and organically. But we have to subsidize a very large number of houses in order to achieve that. We need to recognize and evaluate the costs of this program based on the marginal activity it may induce, not all activity that happens. Third, I think we all know that government intervention into the housing market is widely recognized as one of the major factors leading to the present financial crisis and recession. So while the proposed program in Wichita is not on the same scale as the federal government programs, it still presents the same hazards. People may be induced to buy a more expensive home than they can really afford. Eventually, as we sadly know, reality catches up. And then I would say that this program has a very real cost. City documents, and Mrs. Carpenter said, not a direct cost, but the city documents do recognize an opportunity cost in the form of lost future tax receipts. I welcome the term, the use of the term by the city of opportunity cost. It's the first time I see this important concept in economics recognized explicitly in the city, and I appreciate that. But in this case, consider the new homes that will be built but won't contribute property tax to the city. Will these homes ever require fire protection or police protection? Will they ever ask for any other city services? Providing these services is indeed a direct cost to the city, and one for which the city will not be collecting property taxes as payment for those. If we want to argue that this program is in fact without direct cost to the city, why not offer this benefit on a more widespread basis to anybody who buys a home in Wichita? Or why are we limiting it to just 1,000 new homes? Why not 2,000? Why not have a limit on this program if it is in fact without cost? Finally, if the city were to reduce its spending specifically in response to the cost of this program, that'd be a positive factor. But government spending always rises. Despite claims that budgets have been cut, Wichita city government spending will undoubtedly rise during the period of this property tax rebate program. Finally, a principle of taxation is that everyone pays equally. We should apply tax policy uniformly to everyone, but this program creates a special class of homeowners homeowners who do not have to bear their full share of the cost of city government. And by the way, the fact that this might lead to some collection of delinquent property taxes, I don't think that rewarding delinquent taxpayers with a subsidy program is good government policy. So I believe the negative consequences of this program, when balanced against the very likely small marginal positive effect, should lead the Wichita City Council to reject this program. Those are my remarks. I'd be happy to answer questions.
Any questions? Questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.